like every child that was doing well in school, my parents felt like I should be a doctor, right? I mean, Nigerian parents, you're either a doctor or you're a lawyer or you're an engineer or you're a pilot. What do you mean you want to be a content creator? What was that? So when I was in secondary school, I got into science class and then applied for medicine. And like so many other Nigerian children again, I didn't get medicine, human medicine, but at least I didn't get microbiology. No shit. Then I got into veterinary medicine. But even with that, we kept telling ourselves in uni, I remember they would say, don't worry, you can work anywhere. You can work with the government. That was the lie that they used to sell us. Graduated and I was working at this clinic and I was making about $205 per month. That was about some 5,000 naira then. I was like, no, this was not the dream I was sold. So right there in the clinic, I started creating content. I didn't have a tripod. I didn't have anything because I was living in the hospital premises because I couldn't afford rent in Ikeja, Lagos. And then I started creating content. And from there, someone who just knew that I could write and make videos recommended me for that first job in that video there. And that's how I got into tech. And I went from $205 to $600. And I remember calling my dad and telling him. And then I just got him married. So he called my husband. I said, are you sure? Is she sure about what she's doing? And he's like, oh yeah, she's sure. Like, okay, you mean she'll just be writing for them and they'll be paying her? And then he's like, yes. And then I made that switch. And over the years, I've worked with like different brands, got a job in Canada even while, we're still in Nigeria. But I would say that it was starting like content creation that's brought me this far. And I always say like, since we got to Canada, I've never had to like work a day outside of our home. And of course, that's partly due to having a very supportive husband, but it's also partly due to like being able to create content and being able to generate income.